Hey, how's it going, everybody? I hope you're all having a good day out there playing airsoft and staying safe. I know everything's opening up, which is nice, and as you have noticed, I got the DVS jersey finally. Our team just got these just the other night. Shout out to Sins for bringing us the jerseys when he got a chance to. I really do appreciate you. Straight from Anthrax. The black and red is really cool. I'm really digging it, but I hella forgot. Someone said I look like a gang member. You know, just a little. Nah, enough playing. So today it's going to be going over what mags are best for SpeedQB play or tournament play. Since I've been getting a lot of questions and stuff like that, and recently it came to my attention, someone brought up that the official SpeedQB rules show that it's only at a 200 round limit, and I completely forgotten about that since I've been using these 120 SpeedQB rounds in the beginning. With airsoft growing as it is, there's a lot of different options for mags out there. So specifically, I'm just gonna go over the M4 mags that don't have any modifications like drum mags or tap mags or anything like that. So I'll be going over all the M4 mags that I feel like are gonna be useful to you on a SpeedQB tournament or on the field in general. Let's get right to it. Now, with the increasing popularity of airsoft and SpeedQB, speedsoft, or what have you, a lot of people use so many different mags. And for starters, I always wanted to go over the high cap mags. Since these are fairly cheap, you can get these at the store for like maybe $10 to $15 depending on where you get it from. I've seen a lot of speedsofters or speedy boys out there on the field using it to mag dump each other or whatever, but honestly, I mean, in a SpeedQB situation, the official rules aren't going to let you use it, but if you go to a tournament or anything like that, so you're going to have a lot of issues trying to wind that as you're pointing and shooting at people, especially in high intensity situations. You probably aren't going to have too much luck with this. Say if your BBs aren't feeding too well and someone comes around the corner to try and get you, you probably might not have enough reaction time to get somebody and winding at the same time. That's going to definitely be a weird hold to have when you're shooting at somebody and trying to wind at the same time. So honestly, I go for more of an efficiency route than this. Again, these aren't SpeedQB official on the tournament wise, but if you do have a local tournament, you know, that will let you do it, then by all means go for it. But personally, I would not use these just for efficiency's sake. These other mid caps here, this is from G&G. This is the 105 rounds. I know I've been seeing these a lot when the SSG1 released, and a little bit before when G&G released these. I did buy 2 of these, but honestly, you know, my thing is I need rounds. 105 rounds is gonna go by so fast. Even when you're using a high Capa, I would have to have at least 10 of these just to keep going for a 1 or 2 sessions. It's not too durable or anything like that. I've seen these kind of break on and off, and that's why I kind of stopped using it, because the little feeder will not be as efficient as I need it to be sometimes in the field. You're trying to provide that pressure on somebody either on the wire or inward on the field, you're definitely going to have to use something a little bit more. Maybe if you're using a high Capa, this could be a little bit more useful. You're not putting too many shots into somebody with a high Capa versus a rifle. Maybe you could play around with this when skirmish games, maybe in a more intense situation during a tournament, it might be a little bit more less efficient. Now, we got another mid-cap here that just came out a few months ago. These are the Banff mags from E-Vike. These are actually 190 rounds, I believe. I can't remember. I haven't used these in a while. These are okay. 190 rounds, of course, it's within the limit of the SpeedQB official rules. At the same time, these aren't as durable as they should be. I think these retail for about $14. I did buy 2 of these just to see how they are, and I did have a little bit of feeding issues on the field during skirmish games or whatever, or even in just public matches. Just gotta watch out for these because they do have a little bit of an issue feeding. Another thing to look out for is these are a little bit longer than your standard 120 mid-cap round. You can pretty much see the difference from there. Something to look out for when you're running and gunning on the field, especially with the high Capa, because this is just going to be wobbling in and out all around, you know, with you as you're going through each obstacle and everything like that. So if you decide to go with these, have fun with it, maybe just use it for public games or anything like that. But for SpeedQB's sake, these mags in general could probably be useful on tournament, just for that tournament only, like a day's worth of use. Other than that, I did start to see a little bit of an issue with feeding and all that other stuff, and they kind of feel a little cheap, but I mean, you get what you pay for. The innovation for M4 mags on the airsoft field is growing. Can't go wrong with your basic mid cap, especially from KWA or Magpul. Man, I miss Magpul. Of course, with any basic mid-cap mag, you just got to be careful with these. The spring will come loose. Then, of course, that's just after months and months of play time and everything. So the KWA ones are always going to be great for you. So KWA, they're decent. They come in a pack of 6 sometimes. They're fairly cheap. You can always get these at your local store, or these mags in general have come through for me so much when I first started out airsofting. So if you're looking to get something on the budget that's a little bit durable, KWA, or if you're even able to get your hands on a Magpul. Unfortunately, Magpul doesn't make any more airsoft related mags. So if you're able to find those, great, because I know those things are durable. I remember people were preaching about how you can run them over and they would still function properly. So if you're able to get them, you're completely lucky, and I wish I had some right now. On to the next mag. I know you guys see me play a lot of speed, and you probably wondering like, oh, why don't you run the SpeedQB mags? Well, I do. Honestly, I love the SpeedQB mags. I used them a lot when I first started out. I have like at least 6 of these somewhere. Just kind of running around with them. They're so durable. I can just kind of interchange them whenever I want. They'll smack the floor and they'll be good. These are 120 round PTS SpeedQB edition mags. And everyone usually runs these around a lot. Speedsofters, Milsimers, SpeedQB players alike, or what have you. These never failed me, and I've had no issues with these for like the first 8 months I've had these so far. They've been helpful. They're a little bit more expensive than your regular KWA mag, of course, or any other mid-cap, just because it's brand wise, but you could also find the black version of this from PTS for a little bit more cheaper. But I mean, it's all the same quality. PTS makes some really good mags, and I kind of like the colors a little bit, mostly the blue, but hey, you know what? As long as they work, I'm happy with it. And last but not least, if you know me or have seen me on the field, I've been rolling with a different kind of mag that's been more efficient for me, and I completely love so much, and I'm glad I was able to get these when I could. And if you know me, you know I'm talking about the PTS EPM mags. These are the ones that I roll with. These are gonna be the most efficient whether I'm scrimming on the field or if I'm playing just, public games or anything like that. Unfortunately, you cannot use these onto an official SpeedQB tournament because these do run at 250 round mags. These are really nice. I've had no issues with these. These are completely durable. You can see the spring on there. That little orange guide will let you know when it's full and when it's almost out of BBs. This one you really do have to kind of put in a little bit more effort to get the spring used to the BBs. So I load them up as soon as I buy them and then just kind of leave them there half a day, and then I'll go out to the field and play them all day. EPM mags are the best for me so far, at least for scrimmaging. And like I said, you can't use them on an official SpeedQB tournament. And I just have it kind of sitting there on my chest rig there, and it feels nice. I can just pull them out easily and have no issue. I can toss them and it still work just fine. The EPM mags are great, but they aren't SpeedQB tournament friendly. I got another version of these, which are the EPM Stubbies. Now these are actually pretty sick because these hold at least 170 rounds, perfectly within the limits of the SpeedQB tournament. And it's the same thing as the PTS 250 round mags. When I put them into my high Capa mag adapter, it feels like there's nothing there at all, because when I'm moving around and everything, it's literally just this bit here that's just flopping around versus a regular mid-cap mag, which is a little bit longer. You can see the size difference. What's another 70 rounds gonna do? You can still use these and just, and in my opinion, these are the perfect mags for SpeedQB because you have about 170 rounds, something that's very durable, something that's very small, and not gonna be clunking around or flopping around, whether it's in your mag pouch or either something that you're gonna carry in your rifle. Well, and this is something that'll come out really easily, and then you can just kind of toss it around and you won't have any issues with it breaking or anything, of course, within reason. Honestly, if you're doing any SpeedQB or anything of that sort and trying to get into tournaments, I wholeheartedly recommend these PTS Stubbies, please. These are so nice, they're comfortable. I've been having a lot of fun with these, so check them out when you get a chance. Usually the Stubbies will retail for about $25 versus the regular mid-cap 250 rounds, which retail about $30, I believe. Some places are going to probably jack up the prices because there's a limited quantity for the Stubbies. A lot of places are really refilling on these EPM PTS mags, but the EPM 1S, oh man, I can't recommend this enough. This is like the best mag, honestly. I think the only slight issue is that they might have a little bit of leeway for you to grab the mag, so you really kind of have to have it sticking out, but enough so that way it doesn't slip out when you're sliding around or trying to get to the next obstacle. Alright boys, that's it for today's video, but if you need me for anything, feel free to message me on Instagram. I'll try and get back to you as best I can. And of course, I am starting a new series with a high Capa review and maybe a little bit of a roasting here and there. So send me pictures of your high Capa through Instagram, all your specs and everything, and I'll feature you in the next video. Also, send me your social so that way I can shout you out in the video as well. Trying to build a community a little bit and have more people get notarized for their builds, because there's a lot of people out there that are building a lot of good stuff. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.